Hey runners and coaches, it's Coach Jason. I hope you're doing well. Today's video is going to be short and sweet, but I want to focus on something that's very, very important, okay? And that's speed development when it comes to endurance athletes / distance runners, okay? It's too often sometimes, an overlooked component to training. And what I mean by that is just because you're training or could be training for a marathon doesn't mean speed development's not important, okay? A lot of folks will do a lot of long stuff, which is fine. It's an important part of training. But speed development is an important component for a lot of different reasons, okay? Number one, it cannot not only become an important weapon, but here's how it can become an important weapon as well, in a lot of different ways. Number one, it helps you become a more efficient athlete, okay? What I mean by that is stride efficiency, okay? And stride efficiency, as the races get longer, particularly in the marathon, becomes a potent weapon because it helps you conserve energy, okay? The more efficient athletes, if you watch the marathons, the folks that either are slowing down less than everybody or are maintaining pace or even a position to negative split, which is run the second half faster than the first, are the ones with the most efficient strides, the ones that are wasting less energy than other people, okay? You'll see some people with some abnormal stride patterns and so on and so forth, and that's fine. It's just, it happens. But incorporating speed development into your training can go a long way towards not only helping you run races, shorter races, particularly in a kick. And I don't know about you, but if I'm going to be in a race, 10 races, and it comes down to a kick, I don't want to be out kicked 10 times, okay? I want to develop turnover so that I could actually be the one out kicking people as well. So speed development helps you in the shorter races. It becomes especially important in the longer races as well. So with that, let's go over 4 ways you can improve your speed, okay? Number one, 30 to 50 meter hill sprints, okay? The hill's going to be, since it's a short hill, the hill will be relatively steep, okay? It doesn't have to be like this, obviously, but steep like so. Not like this. This is a more gradual uphill, in which case that's where you'd be doing your 100, 200, 300, 400 meter hills. This is short and sweet, okay? You're going to be upright but leaning into the hill, and the goal is pumping your arms hard, aggressively, and lifting your knees up, running as fast as you can. Okay, these are sprint, sprint, sprint. You can even do momentum hills where you can take yourself 30 or 40 meters into the uphill. If you want to have some momentum going into the uphill, you could do that as well. So that's another hill option. This is something that you could do. You want to build yourself up to maybe 5 to 7 by 50 meter sprints on the uphill. Okay, it's a great way of developing leg power, okay, which will in turn help you become not only faster but more efficient as a runner, okay? Number 2 is doing those 30 to 50 meter sprints on the flats, okay, whether it be on the track or on the grass with good, safe footing. Concrete's an option too, but it tends to beat up the legs a little bit, so if you do have access to a track or something a little bit softer like dirt or gravel, I encourage you to utilize it. Again, 30 to 50 meter sprints, you build yourself up to 5 to 7 by 50. You could start with 30s and go to 40s and 50s, however it works for you. Again, flat out sprints, okay? All out sprinting. This is an important part of training, okay? And you can even do, if you're doing 5 by 50s, you can, start by striding and making each one gradually faster until you're at the point where you can comfortably do 4 or 5 of them virtually all out, okay? And this is a walk back full recovery as well. Just like the uphills, this you're going to have to be maybe between 2 to 3 minutes in between each rep, okay? That's number 2. Number 3, progression 150s. This is something I utilize a lot with my athletes, and it's gone a long way towards helping people learn how to change gears, okay? So let's break it down. The 150, it's 150 meters. It's broken down into 3 50-meter parts. You're going to float the first 50, then stride the second 50, and then sprint the last 50, okay? So each 50-meter increment gets faster, so it's teaching you how to change gears, not only going from your race to your sprint, but changing gears and changing gears and changing gears. It happens a lot in races, particularly shorter one, but it also gives you an opportunity to change gears and take some of the kick out of other people, okay, in a surprising way. And this is something that, you take a full recovery, you walk back, and you build up to maybe 5 reps over time. And that's something you can do after a run or after a workout, at the back end of a workout. It's completely up to you, okay? And my last one I call randoms, okay? This is just one sprint increment, okay? And it's after either a run or a workout like a tempo run or threshold running or something like that, or mile repeats, or whatever the workout is. This is on the back end to simulate kicking a little bit differently than your progression 150s. This is just one flat out rep. Now I have 4 distances: 150 meters, or 250, or 350, or 450. And I added the extra 50-meter component to it, not only because it's one rep, but because by starting 50 meters back, you can put yourself in a position to catch a lot of people off guard. Generally in track races, or in a lot of races, people tend to wait to the last 100 or 200 meters or even the last lap to start really, really kicking that drive. And they generally wait for the half lap or the full lap. By starting 50 meters back, it gives you an opportunity to start maneuvering in a way that people are not ready for, okay? And with a lot of short races, it will come down to a kick. But this, again, gives you an opportunity to throw people off momentum, start your drive, and by you being able to maintain your kick for 450, and they can only maintain it for maybe 400, or you 350 and they're 300, it puts you in an advantageous position, okay? So that's another flat-out option as well. So there are my 4 components for speed development that, if you haven't heard, I encourage you to try them out, incorporate them as you see fit. I've used these with my athletes with a lot of success, particularly my longer distance athletes. I've helped people drop chunks of time in the 5K and the 10K and half marathon as well by utilizing things like this. It helps make workouts better, progression runs better, and overall helps you become a better runner. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click the thumbs up. If you're a runner and a coach, and you want to see extensive detailed training programs from the mile all the way up to the marathon, click that subscribe button. I've got detailed programs by the day, by the week, by the month on this channel. I've got injury prevention, I've got speed development, I've got workouts galore. I've got all kinds of things on there that I think would be very, very helpful, and I think you would enjoy quite a lot. And just as an FYI, I'm Miami USATF certified coach. I have competed at the high school, collegiate, and post-collegiate levels. I've also coached at all 3 of those levels, and I'm also a Wharton certified musculoskeletal and flexibility therapist, and that's all in my profile as well, in my channel bio. My next video you're not going to want to miss. I'm going to go over negative split workouts, and things that will help you help you run negative splits in the half marathon and even the marathon as well. Even 5K, 10K races too. But negative splitting is not something a lot of people do. So I'm going to give you some options that will help you do that in a lot of different ways. So you're not going to want to miss that. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. And make sure you hit that notification. Train well, be healthy, be safe, and I will talk to you next time.